The Inventory Manager is a hub of product information, giving you visibility into warehouse quantities, stocking levels, and more. Let's take a look at how we can use the Inventory Manager to view suggested build quantities and create assembly transactions based on those suggestions. The first thing I want to do is open the Inventory Manager. The Inventory Manager displays product warehouse level information grouped by bars and buttons. For example, I'm on the product classes bar, which shows a button for each product class. I also have bars for product types and warehouses. But the bar we'll focus on in this video is the restocking bar. The restocking bar's first button shows all the products that Acctivate suggests you restock by either reordering or assembling. The reorder button starts with the list of products in the restock button, but filters out assemblies. And the build button shows assembly products which need to be restocked. In this video, we'll restock by creating assembly sessions, but I will point out that we could reorder these products if we wanted to. This button is filtering on assembly products for which a restock is suggested. In fact, if we scroll to the right, we'll see the restock suggested column, which will show us checked for every product in this button since that's what we're filtered on. Back on the left, we'll see the stock level column. You'll see the low stock for products that have availability greater than 0, but less than the minimum stock level for the warehouse. Out of stock means that the availability is 0 or negative. The pending build column indicates whether or not this product is currently in the Create Assemblies window for review. After that, we see the product information, and then we see the Is Assembly Component column. When checked, that means that this assembly product is a component of another assembly product. That can be important information for your process. For assemblies that are sub-assemblies, it's suggested that you create assembly sessions for the top level products first, since that could increase the demand of the sub-assembly, requiring more. To put it another way, you'll want to first work with the rows where this checkbox is unchecked, and then make an additional pass over the information here later. If we scroll all the way back to the right, we see the min and max stock levels. This button only shows assembly products for which a restock is suggested, so the restock suggested column will always show as checked. Finally, we see the suggested restock quantity. Acctivate uses a formula to suggest a restock quantity. We'll see the formula in action once we load these products into the Create Assembly window, but for now it's helpful to see how much is being suggested. Let's scroll back to the left and select our products to add to the Create Assemblies window. I could choose to select only certain rows. For example, maybe I only want to select rows in a certain warehouse, but I want to proceed with all of the suggestions. Beyond the suggested products, I can load any assembly products from any of the Inventory Manager bars and buttons, even if I have it in stock and Acctivate isn't suggesting I reorder it. Now I can use the action menu to select Create Assemblies. In the Create Assemblies window, I see the list of products that I want to build. For the currently selected row, I have product and warehouse information in the right side of the window. If quantity is needed for sales orders, they will be shown in the bottom of the right side. You'll see the order number, order line number, the due date of the order, which is the promised date if set, otherwise it's the requested date. And then you'll see the required quantity, which is the back-ordered quantity from the order. If we take a look at the second product in the grid, we can see the formula used to generate the restocking suggestion. I have 144 on hand, 62 are scheduled on a sales order, 23 are back ordered on a sales order, leaving me with 59 available. 59 is below my min stock quantity of 75, therefore Acctivate suggests that I assemble 66, which would bring me back up to my max stock quantity of 125. In the grid, I can choose to make the build quantity more or less than the suggestion. If I make any changes and save them, they will be saved even if I close this window. In fact, if I come back later and the quantity I had saved is not enough based on the current suggested quantity, the number will show as red. And I can illustrate that by changing my build quantity to be below the suggested quantity. If at any point I want to restore the suggested quantity, I can use the Restore Suggested menu. And I can apply the suggestions to all the selected rows or the unselected rows. Likewise, I can choose to remove all products from the Create Assemblies window, the selected rows, or the unselected rows. In the toolbar, I can use the Export button to export the rows as a CSV file. If I do save changes and I need to come back later, I can always get back to this window using the inventory manager as we did before, or I can use the inventory menu at the top. I'm ready to proceed with creating assemblies. I'll select all the rows and then restore the suggested quantities. And then I'll click Create Assemblies to create the assembly session. One assembly session with a transaction for each assembly product will be created. The assembly session opens automatically. If I return to the inventory manager, you will see that a new product has appeared. By creating the assembly session for the top level products, demand was created for a sub-assembly product called Zipper Assembly. As previously mentioned, the Is Assembly Component checkbox indicates that this is a sub-assembly. I can then again repeat this process for the sub-assemblies and keep repeating it until there are no more levels to build. As you can see, the Create Assemblies process is straightforward and transparent, making it easy to see what needs to be assembled and why. That's all for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you found this video helpful.